We're gonna make it brighter. Oh, Lord. Okay. Let's just turn off here. Yeah, make it brighter. Make it brighter. Oh, Lord. I don't like that. I don't like that. That bright. That's bright. I like that brightness. Hey, 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 how you doing? Hey, how you doing today? How your mama doing? How everybody doing? That's perfect. That's perfect. Oh, let me turn this on because I want to get me some tea. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? While y'all getting in here, I'm about to pour me some tea. I'll pour me some tea real quick. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How y'all feeling today? How y'all feeling today? Hello, hello. Hello. It says hang on. We're telling followers to follow. I'm gonna give it a couple of seconds because I know they have a delay on this thing. Give it a couple of seconds before I begin. And then I'm gonna upload this here to my YouTube channel. Let's see. I give it a couple of seconds. Hey Robert, thank you for being here. We're talking about eating for your blood type. We're talking about diet as it pertains to mindfulness, as it pertains to your quality of life. Hello, hello. I'm live on my YouTube channel, on my TikTok, and on Instagram, which I normally don't never go live on Instagram. But I'm trying to get back into the momentum of being live on all of my platforms because this message really needs to reach people. And so I feel like if I'm persistent or consistent with the message, or better yet, going live on all of these platforms, it'll make way for everybody on all of my platforms to hear the message that I want to share. This message is really, really heartfelt to me because of my journey, because of where I am in my journey, and because of what I know. And because I know that it'll help other people with their mindfulness, with their journey, with their quality of life. And it's with all of my knowing that we come forward in physical form, to experience ourselves. That word God in physical form, experiencing self. Hey Rita, Rita. Hey Rita, Rita, how you doing today? And so with that being said, if we're experiencing ourselves, then why not experience the bliss too? Why not experience heaven on earth too? Why not experience mindfulness, great quality of life, you know? So that's the purpose of why I come forward sharing this information with people. And then once upon a time, if you've been supporting me for a while, you know, once upon a time, I needed this information. For those of you who purchased my book, you know that once upon a time I was seeking. I was seeking knowledge of self. I was seeking um, getting over sicknesses, anxiety, depression, disease, And I once yearned for this here. And so now I'm in a place where I understand it. Hi, I'm well, preparing myself for the detox journey and lifestyle change. Oh, I'm so proud of you, Rita. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful place to be in, man. Beautiful. I could think back over my journey, and I used to be there, just wondering, what is it? What's the problem? Looking at other people when I used to be sick, I'm talking about just regular, like, I don't want to say regular because it was really, really painful, like hospital driven, like painful cycles and irritable bowel syndrome and just certain foods just making me throw up and just all kind of things that I went through. And I used to look at other people and I kind of like felt like the outcast, like, dang, they look normal. What's wrong with me? Why is it always me? Why am I going through so much? And to evolve in life where I empower myself to do something to save myself. As I look back over that journey, I feel like it was all purposeful for me to be in the position to help other people. But it's a beautiful journey. And if I could say, even though I went through so much pain and stuff, if I could say, I wish that wouldn't happen, I'd be lying. Because you don't take you don't want to take nobody's story from them. That became my story. That is my story today. And so now I can relate to people when I do consultations and stuff. Like, yeah, I understand that. I understand what you're going through. And you could do da 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 to change your situation. You have the power to change your situation. Whether we're talking about, health and wellness, we're talking about, relationships or self-concept and love and money and manifestation, whatever. It's like I've been through so much, and you think, and so maybe I'm talking to somebody today that may be going through something, and it don't matter what area, whether it's financially, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Maybe you're thinking, why me? But keep on living, baby. Keep on expanding. Keep on growing, and you'll figure out that all of that you needed that. You needed that lesson because it ain't no setbacks. It's just a setup for beautiful things that are ahead for you. Maybe you need that for your next chapter. When you're reading a book, it's just like that. Your life is just unfolded like a book. And so maybe in this chapter you have a broken relationship. Or maybe you're not there financially just yet. But if you keep on reading or keep on living a little or keep on waking up, the book or your life or your unfoldment just gets greater and greater, and you understand why me. It was all preparing you for that state of being of where you're going and where you're evolving to. And it's so important. It's so important that you don't give up when you're in that place. I too, when I was a little girl, I went through so much, and then I was so spiritual at a young age, and I didn't really understand. I really didn't understand sleep paralysis that I was going through. I really didn't understand my higher self or my inner being speaking to me, you know. And, I was around religious people, and it kind of scared me because they would tell me that was the devil, my inner being was the devil because they didn't understand it. And so I would hear these voices. I was going through things, spiritually and mentally. And I remember that I wanted to one day give up. I think everybody kind of like, maybe I'm alone here, but I kind of secretly think that everybody have a moment, maybe especially when they're younger, where they just want to give up on life and they wonder, what the hell am I doing here? But I can't vote for. What is the purpose of this thing, Especially when something hard comes and they haven't faced any hardship before in life. They might feel like that. But if I could just be honest, I felt like that once upon a time in my life. Maybe I'm alone in that feeling, but but today and every day after that feeling came, because I pressed on, because I didn't give up, I'm so happy that I did it. So to anybody, normally people don't talk about these type of things. To anybody feeling that way today, I encourage you to keep it on. Because you're going to get to a place in your life where I am right now, where you look back over and you think it's silly of me to want to give up. But now I'm in a position where I'm able to inspire people every day. Now I'm in a position where I've crossed over that hurdle in my life, and I could see the good that was in it. I could see that it was preparing me to be here. Now I'm in a position where I've experienced my heaven on earth, so to speak. I've manifested my wildest dreams and my physical reality. I have my time back. And when I say my time, I mean like my mental clarity. Not having to clock in to go to anybody's job, just being able to just wake up and turn on the social media platforms and be able to talk and inspire other people. Because I am in a comfortable state of being. I wasn't so comfortable back then. I wasn't so comfortable back then. My mind wasn't letting me be so comfortable back then. You know, sometimes we'll have those intrusive thoughts. You know, sometimes people have thoughts, and people mindset is different. There are some people who have thoughts, these intrusive thoughts that come over and over, and they replay themselves. And so I'm reminded of this song, I think it's a little rap song, but the chorus says, "My mind is playing tricks on me." Dun 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 dun. And really, that's what it be. It be our individual minds that play tricks on us. So when you can get over the issues of the mind and practice mindfulness, you win. Yeah, you win. Because it be those intrusive thoughts, it be that habitual thinking that we be manifesting in our lives, and we don't really understand that part just yet when we're at our low frequency. Because, like, for example, when I used to always be sick, I was just telling you how I would look at other people and I'll be like, what's wrong with me? I wasn't saying these words out loud. I was just thinking this. So my habitual thinking was, something's wrong with me. I'm always sick. And so the universe, or your subconscious mind, because your thoughts run your reality, it has to give you what you're asking for. We don't realize this at low frequency, that when we are not talking, we're just thinking about it. Those silent thoughts that nobody else can hear, they're the powerful ones. They're the ones that's created. So what are you practicing in your mindfulness? What are you thinking about when nobody can hear? As I sit here in this room, and if I were not saying nothing, I could tell you how much I've graduated from that thinking, because I no longer think, oh, something's wrong with me. I don't think those thoughts now. I think this is beautiful. I think I've grown, you know. I think the thoughts like, oh, I feel so proud of me. I'm so happy to be in this position in life. I'm so thankful. You know, the thoughts, you graduate with your thoughts, your habitual thoughts. Then that's the only way you change your physical reality. And really, in the biblical text, this is what the biblical text was really all about. Renewing the mind. Let this mind be in you. When they said, finally, my brethren, whatsoever things that are just, whatsoever things that are pure, whatsoever things that are lovely, if there be any virtue in them, think on these things. So even though I'm talking to you in the physical and I teach you about diet, I need you to change your mind now. Because if you don't change your mind and you sit there and I'm telling you about eating for your blood type, and I'm telling you this and that and third about how your blood and your food that you eat, when you digest it, it creates a chemical reaction. You'll think negative of when you created a positive reaction when you get the meal plan. And when you get the meal plan for your blood type, if you still thinking, I'm always sick. Well, so shall it be. Because even the new diet will still harm you if your mind ain't ready. Keep in mind, mindfulness trumps. I talk about diet all the time because of where I've come from, and I want to help people and I want to meet people where they are. I talk about it because I know diet and mindfulness go hand in hand, because if I can get you to clean that diet, Your gut and your brain are intertwined. This is why we have gut feelings. So if I can get you to clean that diet, ooh, you get that mental clarity then. You get a better concept for yourself then. That self-love will be into play. If I could get you to clean that diet, I could really wake you up just by you cleaning that diet. I could really help you remember that you God in physical form just by cleaning that diet. Yeah, it goes hand in hand. And that's just simply how it happened for me. By changing my diet, that marked the day that I began to love myself on a deeper level, because it takes love to do all of this research and to be disciplined and to have this mindset. It takes love first for self to even get here. It takes, I remember like it was yesterday, I used to tell my boys, I would say, y'all go to bed. And remember that I love you. I would tell them to hug each other, because y'all what each other has. Y'all all that each other has, I would say. And I would always be with you because I lived through you. I would tell them this because I was so at low frequency that I thought I was gonna die. And so each day, the next day after I woke up, and I didn't pass, in my sleep, because I had thyroid issues really, really bad. And I was at a point where I really couldn't even talk. And I'll be so out of breath and I'll be so fatigued. Oh my God, I'd just be racing to get home. All I had energy to do was to get up and go to work. And when I would make it up in that garage, I would just sit there and I would just take a deep breath. And I would shut the garage door, but I would sit in the truck while my boys go in the house, and I just sit there. I'd be like, "Ooh, I made it. I made it from, having to talk to these people who didn't know my pain and my struggles. I made it. So now all I got to do now is I got to go inside and just got to get them something to eat. And then I can relax, and I can take me a bath, and then I can relax. I can finally relax. Because that's how low I was once upon a time in my journey. That's how low I was. And when I would wake up, the next day, I'd be like, dang, I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still alive. So since I'm alive today, I'm going to dare to do something different. And I begin to do just one thing. I would eat one nasty thing. And that's why I talk about how nasty kale is, because that was my nasty thing. Kale was kind of like one of my first loves, as far as eating healthy, because I had never dared to try to change my diet. But I was at the tail end, seemingly, of my life. And I said, okay, every day that I get life in me, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to eat something different. I'm going to teach my children something different. And so I would get up in that kitchen and I would just try to, eat the kale and the dandelion. I was going for the green stuff, because in my mind, I didn't know nothing back then. This was over 10 years ago, y'all. This is the beginning of my story. And I would get up in that kitchen and I would eat just something nasty, and I would go for the kale and for the superfruits, the cilantro, the kale, the holy basil, the dandelion, the bitter ones, and I would just eat it, and it was so nasty to me. But I felt like I had no other choice, and I went behind that. And not knowing what I know about health and wellness, I went behind that because it was green, because I knew, okay, if it's green, it have chlorophyll in it. If it's green and it have chlorophyll, then it got to have magnesium. And I know I need magnesium in my body. I know it's important. I don't know what all magnesium do. This was before I really got deep into health and wellness. I don't know what all they do, but I know I ain't been having much of it in my diet, because I ain't never really had fruits and vegetables in my diet, and the crap done caught up to me. And I know maybe this here thing could help save my life. And so I'm just going to eat it. And so I was just eating just nasty stuff. And I was just in the kitchen just trying to make something nasty taste good, because not only was I needing it for me, but I wanted to teach my children health and wellness. So I get up in that kitchen, and then I would learn how to make something, and I'll be so happy that I learned how to make a little vegan dish, and I would play that sucker out. Boy, when I learned how to fry like portobello mushrooms, we had portobello mushrooms like every day. I would just wear that thing out. When I would do my vegan spaghettis and stuff, I would wear it out. The vegan okra, I would wear it out. And I was so happy about this here. And so now I'm thriving, I'm living, I'm not feeling no more like when I go to bed that I'm going to die. I'm no longer telling my boys no more now. And at this point in my journey, I'm no longer telling them to hug each other and that I love you and that I live with you, because I feel like I'm getting a little bit of my strength back. I'm getting a little bit of my mental clarity back. Okay, so here we go. Now, since I got a little strength, now I want one of my boys to come up in the kitchen with me. I want to teach them health and wellness. And so they were really young at this time, they older now, young men now, and they were really young. So I would tell them, I love eating clean. I'm still getting off meat, but I'm doing really well, and I'm so proud of you, Breezy. And I would tell them, because they're black little boys, of course, but I would say, your skin is dark, so you got to eat food with color. This is how I got them to wanting to eat healthy and coming in the kitchen and help me. And you're really a superhero. And so if you eat food that have color in it, all of your superpowers is gonna come out. And then you're gonna be stronger than all of your friends. And during this time, my boy, my baby, he was like a little football player. He was like a little football player at the park, and so he was really good. And so when he would have his little touchdowns and stuff and celebrate, we had like a hidden message where we would like wink or do the thumbs up, or he'll do a little dance, and then it was understood that it's because he ate his colorful food and he activated his superpower. But it was like our secret. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. This why you winning at the park. This why you getting all of the touchdowns at the park. And it really helped him with his manifestation of being a good football player. It was like a mindfulness thing that was helping him excel in that area of his life, and it was fun. But at the same time, I was teaching him health and wellness because I understand that diet is key. That's what I tell my twin boys. Yeah, if you want your superpowers, yes. And it really, really, really helps because children have they have mindfulness already. They come in with mindfulness already, but we as adults that think we know every darn thing, we shut that off. Because even when I was a little girl, me with my inner being, talking to my inner being as my imaginary friend, I would tell my mom, and then she would say, that's the devil. Stop doing that. I got afraid of it, and I was like, oh, okay, and I just stopped it. I ignored my inner being because my mama said so, When we're adults, we really don't know. We're still trying to figure out. Nobody really knows because we're forever students. No matter where we are, no matter how old we are, we're forever students, and we're forever going to be on a journey of expansion because we give our experiences back to source or God or creation or whatever you would call it. We give our life experience to source, and source just becomes greater and greater, and therefore we expand even more, so we're never going to get to this so-called finish line. We are eternal beings, forever students. And so this mindfulness practice that I was doing, unbeknownst to me, came into play when I changed my diet. Diet is so key. Guys, I'm an old type, and I have been eating Brazil nuts for the last 7 years for my thyroid. But now they say I shouldn't eat them. What do you suggest? Yeah, Brazilian nuts are not on your list of beneficial. And that's the one nut that Dr. Sabi talk about. And it's really, really good because it has the selenium inside of it to help with the thyroid. But on your, do you have the meal plan already, Rita? I don't remember. Do you have the 7-day meal plan? Let me know. Because on the 7-day meal plan, according to your blood type, there are other nuts on there that have the same type minerals. We praise one and maybe not the other. Yeah. They have the same type of minerals in them. Let me go to the O's. Because off top I don't remember your nuts. Let me go to the O's right quick and see which one I know off top out of the selection that they have that'll be good for that. But yeah, diet is so key. It is so key. It unlocks so many hidden jewels. That's why we always bombarded with so many different types of foods on commercials and things, Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you got the walnut. You need to wild out on the walnut. That's you. Yeah, that's you. Because Brazilian nut, that's one you need to avoid. But see, and you see the thing about the walnut for the walnut is when you find certain fruits that are good for like for the head. Like I'm an Aryan, and it's good. This goes towards food. This goes toward zodiac sign too, right? So let's do zodiac sign. I'm an Aryan. Aries people, we're generally great leaders, like the Maya Angelos of the world. I think Will Smith and Maya Angelou, just to name two, for example, we're great like leaders, like right. Regardless of what's going on in the media with Will, let's overlook that for just your point here that we're not trying to make. Great leaders, powerful people. A lot of people look up to us. We inspire others. Poetic, and Maya Angelou very poetic. Speak with depth. And if you think about Will, outside of the Chris stuff, he's a conscious guy. He speaks with depth. Even his children are. And Maya Angelou, her poems and stuff, just wisdom, power, intuitiveness, kind of like defines the Aryan. And the reason why it defines the Aryan is because Aries people, we speak from thought, even in the biblical text. The ram, the ram is symbolic of the Aryan, the leader of the zodiac signs, right? The head. And so, being that we are the leader of the zodiac sign, we speak from mindfulness. We're most likely going to be the conscious one. We're going to be the more in-depth one. We're going to be the leader. Because we run the house. It pertains to the zodiac signs, right? But we got to balance it because, all things about a healthy balance. We got to find balance in our mindfulness, right? But being that we are the head of the zodiac, we we really run the house because you could take off any other limb in the body, and people walking around without a finger, they have a arm, and leg amputated, but you can't turn the head off on nobody. When they brain dead, they gotta go. The whole body is dead, right? That's kind of like how it is when it pertains to food too. So you have, like, for example, cherries. Cherries help you produce melatonin in the body. Melatonin in the body sends that relaxing hormone and puts the whole body to sleep. Cherries can do this. Cherries can relieve you of pain in the body, right? Not just pain right here, where you chew it at in this area, pain throughout the body. Because it's one of those fruits that's good for the entire body, is my point here, right? So that means it can heal you. It can deliver minerals to you. It can be an anti-inflammatory. Just cherries. It could help you wake up consciously. Yeah, just cherries. Cherries has the power to do this. Tort cherry juice. Really, really powerful. Cherries. Seeded. Cherries. So let's go to the nuts. Well, my point here is when you're dealing with a nut, like a walnut, that look just like the brain. Hence, it looks like the brain. It looks like the head, the thing that's running the whole body. That means it's going to be good for the whole body. That's your nut. That's a powerful nut, the walnuts. Walnuts have the ability to help you go to sleep. Walnuts can detox your body. Walnuts can help you with that selenium for that thyroid. Walnuts can help you with mindfulness, help you become conscious. Baby, I would be wilding out on them walnuts if I was you, because they're good for every part of the body. Good for your cognitive thinking, your reasoning, your mental clarity. Yeah, so of course it's gonna be good for the thyroid. So that's my suggestion for you. Yes, I have it. You are so welcome. Walnuts, that's your nut. And I love me some walnuts. Walnuts are not only good for the entire body. Walnuts is one of them super nuts. It's more, in a sense, more powerful than just a Brazilian nut because of the fact that it do more things. Walnuts is not only just good for the body as it pertains to, being good for the head and everything underneath it, but it also helps you lose weight too. It's one of those that will be on the instant cheat code. If you purchase the instant cheat code, it'll be one of those nuts that'll be on that um, downloadable spreadsheet, because walnuts, just by eating them and you're blood type O, it will snatch you back. It will snatch you in. It will snatch your saggy arms, your cellulite, on your thighs and stuff. Walnuts to take care of all of that. It's a beautiful thing that we can find. We can find these things and we can eat these things according to our blood type. And I would say to you, since you talked about thyroid issues, and I was once there, you also have sea vegetables, because every blood type has sea vegetables. You also have sea vegetables because you got to get the iodine necessary for your thyroid. So the sea vegetables will be really beneficial for you. I often talk about the nori, Nori. Let me see which ones you, because I like the nori. Let me see which ones you specific in, because I can show you the one that I get from the store. So you make sure you get that. Let me see where your vegetables at. It's freezing in Arizona, y'all. That's what that noise is. And I got the house open. But it's cold out here in Arizona. I guess it's cold everywhere because I'm in the desert and it's freezing up in this house. I got the windows open. Sea vegetables. Yeah, you got nori. You got nori on you. And you got kelp. Let me show you what I take, which else you could get for your iodine and to make it easy for you to use. About to find mine up here. And I eat this stuff here like it's a snack, because I eat like a bird. Let me show you. Let me show you. So this is on your list too. This is on your list. Kelp. Kelp granules. And I season my food with this here kelp. And you can season your food also with this nori one. This comes from Trader Joe's. This one here came from Whole Food Store, or you probably can get this one off of Amazon. You probably can get both of them from Amazon, actually. So this one here is Whole Food Store. This is good iodine here, and this one here is nori. Wait a minute, wait. They got black sesame up in here. Let me see, because I don't know if you can do this sesame. Yeah. You could. You can do sesame seeds. Oh, this is really good for you because they got sesame seeds up in here, which is good for you. And they got nori, which is good for you. You should try this one here. It tastes really, really good. To me, it tastes like little Chinese, because I eat like a bird anyway. It looked like this here. It tastes like little seasoned, because it got salt in it too. It tastes like little seasoned Chinese noodles to me. I eat them by itself. They're supposed to go in your food, but yeah, get those. That's good for, excuse me. That's good for thyroid issues. So, but don't put a lot up in there, because it's really, really powerful. Just a little bit on your food, or you can just eat it just like me. Just a little bit. Look at the back, especially on this one here. Look at the back for the dosage when you get it, and you'll be surprised that you only need a little bit. A little bit over goes a long way, and you don't want to overstimulate the thyroid. You don't want to overstimulate the thyroid with too much iodine. Too much of anything is not good. So it's about a healthy balance, and the thyroid needs to be in balance. And outside of what you're doing physically with the thyroid, what I find helps the most, because mindfulness and spirituality always going to drop the physical. It starts speaking from your heart. Start speaking from your heart, because from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. The mouth is part of the thyroid, and the heart, being an electromagnetic field of energy, it has the power to open up other chakra pools of energy that are clogged. And if you don't know about chakra pools of energy, your thyroid Each organ on our body correlates to a chakra pool of energy. So your thyroid is pretty much being controlled by your throat chakra. And so energetically, your throat chakra has been clogged up for some reason that is spiritual. And it stems from the heart. So if you open up your heart and talk about how you feel more energetically or spiritually, you'll be opening up your throat chakra. For example, I mean, if I was to ask you, hey Frederick, if I was to ask you, how are you? You should be responding how you're feeling. So, so if somebody asks me right now, how are you? Oh, I'm feeling fine. I feel so comfortable right now because I'm doing what I love to do on live. It's kind of cool in here. It feels a little chilly, but I kind of sort of like it. It's chilly, but it's not overbearing. So I'm feeling great. You see how I talked about how I felt, and that really brings you into your feminine state of being. Feminine energy is about how you're feeling, expressing your feeling. And being that I'm expressing my feeling, people now know what's going on in my heart. And so that is helping me to open up my heart. And being that I'm opening up my heart, from the abundance of the heart, my mouth speaking. So at the same time, simultaneously, I'm opening up my throat chakra in the spiritual realm because I'm speaking my truth. And my truth is setting me free. It's setting my throat chakra free. You see? That's the spiritual work. I do consultations. I give you that one for free. But yeah, so spiritually, just start doing that. You know, especially when a man is asking you, because men really want to hear how you're feeling. When they talking to their partners, they talk about how they're doing. So let me tell you the negative way of doing it and not open up your heart. This is what it would sound like. Somebody asked me how I, or what I'm doing. I'm like, oh, I'm sitting here on my live, and I'm talking to people. You know, I'm answering questions. What's up with you? How you doing? That's more negative because that's saying, not negative in a bad way, but that's more blunt in masculine energy because that's just saying what I'm doing instead of what I'm being and feeling. You see what I'm saying? The difference? So a man, especially with men in relationships, they speak that language. They speak that language. What's up, bro? Man, I'm trying to get this alternator fixed, man. Da 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 da. You know this son of a gun. Da 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 da. They always talk about doing. So a man could talk to another man about doing. 9 times out of 10, what lures him over to be around the feminine energy or woman is because she has that poise, that grace, that ability to talk about how she feels, and that's a different level of a conversation for him now. So start, not to say that you're trying to do this here for no man or nothing. I ain't saying that. I'm just saying the difference in how it could pertain to relationships and your healing at the same time. Just jump over there into that feminine and talk about how you feel. But when you open up that heart and start talking about how you feel, the beautiful thing about it is you're going to talk about the good things that you're feeling. You know, you let the so-called not so good, like, oh, it's cold and I'm freezing. You could let the not so good, but make sure the good is outweighed because nobody no more hear all the bad stuff you feel. No, my leg hurt. I feel like I'm bloated and I'm sick and I'm tired of this. I feel tired, and we don't. Everybody they want to know the feel good stuff. Oh, it feel good. Because what happens when you talk about when you're feeling good about something is your serotonin has the ability, since you overflowing in it and you feeling it and milking the feeling, to jump over on them. And so then people will feel your serotonin and they'll be like, yeah, I like that you're happy. Ooh, ooh. Just almost like when you're going through a feed and you have people maybe getting proposed to, or people that's having the son buying the mama a house or something. And maybe you already, because I love those. I mean, I already have a house, like, and I'm happy about how houses actually. And so I'm happy about that thing. But to see other people getting theirs and it's new and it's like, ooh, I just be like, ooh, ooh, let me see the closet, open the closet, because that serotonin from them feeling that, I'm milking that feeling too. So you want to do it that way. That way you make them feel good and they feel good about you feeling good, and it's ooh, and then your thyroid heal. You heal, because guess what? Your love that heals you. Your love heals all. Yeah. It's 88. Oh, it's 88 in Florida too? Leo's run the house. Oh my God, really? Really? I knew somebody was at least thinking it. I didn't know nobody was gonna say it. Oh, y'all run the house. Y'all run the house with that eagle over there, huh? Okay, Leo. That's at 66. Oh my God, you a Leo and you a O? Oh my God, 66 a Leo and a O blood type at the same darn time. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Yeah, good to see you today. Yeah, it's good to see you too, Frederick. It's good to see you too, commenting up in here. But anyway, I really just came on to talk about the correlation between diet and mindfulness. And it really matters, y'all. It really does. And I'm not saying it matters where you have to not eat no more candy, no more meat, and all of this and that. But at least get you a place where you know the things that are triggering your inflammation. You know the things that's causing you dis-ease and disharmony. I'm not saying become no vegetarian or no vegan, fruitarian or whatever. All I'm saying is find out the things that's causing you hormonal issues, inflammation, dis-ease, and pull back and create a healthy balance. Because your mindfulness matters, and those are the very things that stop you from being able to manifest your wildest dreams. It's the very thing that stop you or keep you up all late at night trying to detox, sweating in the middle of the night because your body is trying to rob Peter to pay Paul for all of the deficiencies that's in your body. It comes a moment when you realize that, okay, I am my savior. And in being your own savior, you have to be accountable for saving yourself and not no longer being a lab rat to, doctors and nurses and really being the lab rat that's just swallowing the pills to see if that type of pill work for your blood type. When you can be empowered instead by knowing your blood type, by going to Amazon, putting in your cart the Eldon at home kit, very inexpensive, under $10. Put it in your cart, get the Eldon at home kit delivered to your home, prick your own finger in the privacy of your home, find out your blood type and begin to eat for your blood type. If you need help with that, I can help you on your journey. I created a 7-day meal plan for every blood type. It's available on my website, soiloftheearthpub.org. And in the meal plan, it tells you the foods that you should avoid. It tells you everything from the seafoods, the meats, the oils, the nuts, the seeds, the fruits, the vegetables, the beverages, the condiments for your blood type. And it's telling you the highly beneficial things for your blood type. And so you begin to eat those things and drink those juices and consume those seasons and herbs and things for your blood type. And then you'll be activating your dormant DNA, your superpowers, your mindfulness, your mental clarity, your knowing, your connection with source. Then and only then will you have ears and you begin to hear, like the biblical text is trying to tell you in that parable. Then and only then will you have eyes and you can see. Because then you'll be connected to your inner being. And you won't be experiencing dis-ease that's separating you from hearing your inner being speak. And when I say your inner being, I'm talking about your subconscious programming. I'm talking about your human imagination. I'm talking about the 99.9% of spiritual essence that you stem from. Because keep in mind, you or we, when we come forward, we dumb down to 10% of brain capacity. But there's a larger part of us that stayed in the spiritual essence. And we'll call that our angel, we'll call it God, we'll call it, inner being, source energy, whatever you call it. That part of you that stems from you, but still is a little bit inside of you and walking with you, That part of you knows all. You're limited kind of life and your knowing. Because really what you are doing is you're on the journey to become that part once again. Because you are experiencing yourself. But to experience yourself, you stepped outside of yourself to get to know yourself. Just like in the biblical text, it says Adam knew Eve because he stepped outside of himself to get to know self. And that's really all we're doing. In all of our getting, we should be getting understanding of self. I was flipping through social media last night, and they have this couple, how do you say it? Plumigumous? Wouldn't a man have two women? Plumigumous? I don't know. When you got two women, that one, the P word. They had this couple on social media and that type of relationship, and they had like 40 something thousand people wanting to tell this couple why their relationship was wrong and why he didn't love these two women like he should have. And I was just wondering, because when we were flashing through the live, I was just wondering why so many people was up in there for a second, so I listened and I'm like, what's going on? Is this a famous person? Because I don't know the famous people. Like talking about, I don't watch TV and stuff. And I'm like, is he famous or something? Is she famous? Did I see them before? And as I got into the comments, it just was there just to tell this person, yeah, he's wrong. And it shouldn't be. And I thought to myself, I'm like, man, if all 42,000 of these people would get to know themselves like this year, we really be doing something major. But they're getting to know this person who they don't know nothing about the relationship based upon what this person is telling them in this time and place. But I wonder how many of them know. Look, with my mindset, I wonder how many of them know how to eat for their blood type. I wonder how many of them know their inner being and speak to their inner being. You know what I mean? Because we spend a lot of time at our lower self getting to know how words on songs, getting to know, TV shows and who play what. And girl, it was good. And getting to know this and that. All these things outside. But so little time getting to know self inside. And that's where it all stems from, because life is happening through everybody. So even those 42,000, life is happening through all 42,000 of them. So all 42,000 of them are actually sitting there being hard on themselves in relationships. If you really want to figure out the game behind the code behind it, 42,000 people hard on themselves about their relationship and how perfect a relationship should be. Hence, all 42,000 looking at that person, telling him how his relationship should be and how wrong he is. Yeah. Oh, I will buy those. Can all heal from reoccurring cysts and fibroids eating meat and eggs? Yeah, if they eat the meat and the eggs that's on their list. Yeah. Because here's the thing. O's could eat eggs. That's in my meal plan from O's. But notice that I put organic eggs on there. O's could eat meat. O's have the most abundant amount of hydrochloric acid in their gut to break down the meat. So yes, they can. Make sure it's organic meat though. I mean, I wouldn't be getting no meat from no fast food place if I was an O. That I don't know what type of oil they fried it in, if it's real meat, and if they cleaned it, what is their cleaning process. So for O, I would say the organic meats and eggs that's on their meal plan, and yes. But see, the thing about it is the chemical reaction that's happening when they're eating the meat or the eggs is not going to be inflammation if they're eating the meat and the eggs that are in alignment with their blood type. It's not going to lead to inflammation. And so those drinks that I put on your meal plan, those drinks, those herbal teas are really important. Those fruits and those vegetables are really important. The eggs and the meat is good too. But here's the thing about the other things outside of the eggs and meat. The drinks, for example. The drinks, for example, when you digest those drinks, just like you eating the fruit. So the fruits, for example, when you digest the fruits for your blood type, what's going to happen inside of you is that your digestive enzymes are going to be activated. Because maybe in the past, I'm not saying you, but maybe in the past, for example, was just eating all kind of stuff that they shouldn't be eating. Let's say liked corn. They used to eat corn on the cob. They used to eat wheat, which is really not good for O's. Let's say they used to wild out because their mama made corn. That was the only vegetable mama made. And mama was and she ain't know nothing about eating for your blood type. So you had to just eat your corn or you was not going to be able to go outside and play. So that disrupts the O's digestive system and the digestive enzymes, especially even with the wheat, right? The wheat was something he or she should have ignored too. But it caused inflammation, it caused hormonal issues, it caused fibroids, right? Well, when the O now begins to eat for their blood type and start eating the fruits, drinking the fruit juices and the herbal teas and stuff like that that's on their 7-day meal plan, their digestive enzymes are going to be activated again. And when the digestive enzymes wake up, what they're going to do is going to start eating up that molded corn that was still sitting in there that wasn't being digested, eating through them fibroids and cysts and things, because there's going to be, if the O or any blood type got out of alignment with their blood type, parasites start to thrive, pathogens start to thrive. And when they start to thrive, they build a lipid coating around themselves to thrive. They sink themselves inside of the walls of the large and small intestines and stomach or wherever they house and their little sac at, so they can get nutrients from the host, because their job is to sink and bury into the host and take the nutrients from the host, depleting the host, build up all kind of sacs, lay larvae, reproduce, populate until they become the host and take the host out. But when that host decides to eat for the blood type, now the blood and the food is kicking the pathogens' butt. So the blood and the food is now bursting through the lipid coating of that virus. And now them sacs are going to be exposed, expelled out of the body. So this is hence why that foul bowel movement starts to happen when you start to eat for your blood type. While most people start to see parasites and worms and stuff in their stool because they done started eating for their blood type. This is the detox symptoms that you're going to see by just eating for your blood type. You're going to start seeing these things, these cysts, these parasites, and these pathogens come out when you use the bathroom, because you've been eating for your blood type and the digestive enzymes start to repopulate. It started to increase the microbiome diversity inside of your gut. So if you had yeast up in here, sometimes people have a buildup of yeast and mold inside of there with them parasites. So eating for your blood type is going to discourage these microbial imbalances. Eating for the blood type is going to increase the metabolism. So they're going to have energy now. They're going to have that mental clarity now. That big sac and stuff, the hydrochloric acid going to be there now. So hydrochloric acid going to be plentiful again, which O's have the highest of it. But when they're not healthy, when they have cysts and fibroids and things, they're not at their healthiest state. They had the highest of the hydrochloric acid, but it got put out by the wrong foods. But eating for the blood type gonna bring that acid back that they needed to break down that food. And so now that food can be expelled via the large and small intestines for the O. For any blood type. When you get in alignment, you get healed. Your doctor ain't gotta go up inside of you and pull no sac apart. And then, so this is the opposite of it. So sometimes they'll have these surgeries where they'll go and get the cysts and the fibroids removed, and the doctor go inside of there. We don't have a zipper to be opening up and closing our body, so that's not a good move for people to be going inside of there, cutting you. If we need to go inside of us, We would have came equipped with a zipper, but we don't have a zipper. But we let them go inside of us. And when they go inside of us, they take this same sac that I was talking about. Now, since they took the sac, the body, even though a person is at the lowest frequency, what the body does is it is stuff in like nooks and crevices to save our life. And so it stuck that sac over there, and it started to still function for you, even though you invited a critter in there. But it made sure that that critter wasn't like so debilitating to you, that it put fat deposits around it. Even though you might have pathogens or parasites, the body is also trying to work to save your life. So the doctor go up in there and take the cyst, the fibroid, or whatever, the tumor out. And then the next thing you hear is that it done spread it all over the body. So now it done spread it all over the body to a body that ain't been practicing eating for their blood type. And now it became worse when that person could have just ate for their blood type and allowed the detox process to naturally occur, to allow that naturally to be expelled by the body, with the body support, by moving the pathogen, the lipid coating around the pathogens and the little fats around it, and just had it bust through and the bowel movement. But that person didn't want to go that route. This is why it's so important to eat for your blood type. It's so important to know your body, because now we have people in the physical reality that have had that happen. They went in and got cut, and now that issue, whatever that issue was, it came back and it multiplied and it spread it all. And then the doctor said, "Well, we don't know what else to do." After they screwed it all up, after they made it worse. After they didn't tell you nothing about health and wellness, after they didn't tell you nothing about your blood type, and if you just eat for your blood type, your digestive system, digestive enzymes and all of this could be repaired, because they don't study that. They study medication, and they could only give you medication. They could only give you acidic chemo. Chemo is so acidic that it's like on the range. We have a range of our body from 0 to 14. And so we're supposed to, everything is about a healthy balance. So we're supposed to kind of like be right there, that 7.35 right there, just slightly alkaline. So 0 is not good, because 0 is death, too acidic is death, but you don't want to get too alkaline either with your body, because you don't want to be over there on the ammonia side. So too much of anything ain't good, and too little ain't good. You need balance. But chemo is right there at a 3. So you have a cancerous state of being. You're already underneath the 7 if you're cancerous, because you're already acidic. Let's say you was a 5 acidic when you found out about the cancerous state of being. Now you get chemo, which is like a 3. They give you acids to destroy an already acidic body. No. You needed alkaline things. You needed your fruit for your blood type. You needed your vegetables for your blood type. You needed them sodium bicarbonates in that spring water for your buffering, for the alkalinity of your body to increase to this side of the chart, not over here. But doctors only study this here side over here. But they trust them doctors though, because they got a white coat on. I got on a pink hoodie, and I can tell you some things that'll blow your doctor's mind. Hey, Gregory, good to see you today. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say, 66. Plamiguous. It's like a tongue twister to me. It's 88 degrees. Yeah, okay, I read that one already. But nonetheless, the meal plans is available on my website, souloftheearthpub.org. I'm about to get up off of here and go finish with my day. Kind of like play around with this garden that I started on yesterday and pick up some things. I'm trying to build a garden. I'm going to be ordering me. Oh, I got to tell y'all this. I'm going to be ordering me a stand-up garden. I'm gonna have to show y'all my garden, because I got all of the little fruits and vegetables for my blood type. It's going to be in my garden, so I'm excited about that. But I got to tell y'all this here. My birthday is this month, and I don't celebrate birthdays or anything. I actually forgot my birthday was coming, but I was reminded that my birthday coming, and for my birthday, I'm getting a set of singing bowls, and I'm really, really excited about it. So this is what I'm gonna be doing moving forward. Cause I love talking to you about diet and all, but I love to meditate and I love beautiful sounds. Cause if you hear the birds. I like to hear the sounds of nature, the sounds of peace and meditation. That feels so freaking good to me. Anyway, I ordered some Tibetan bowls. And so at nighttime, I'm going to be coming on live at nighttime. If you catch me, I won't be speaking on that particular live. I'll be just playing my Tibetan bowls and my other instruments that I'm ordering, the sounds of the rain rocks, and I'm not gonna be talking, but I'll be sitting there, just in my little zone, and I'm gonna, let the live play, and I'll just be playing for my bowls and just centering myself. So if you're interested in that, feel free. Hey, Osborne, thank you for passing through, babe. Good to see your name right there. So if you're interested in that, feel free to log in at nighttime for that. We're gonna be talking we're gonna be doing the Tibetan bowls and stuff, healing frequencies, because music is energy too. All things are energy, frequency, and vibration. So feel free to join me at nighttime where I'll be playing the Tibetan bowls. But in the morning, like roughly about 10 o'clock, right now it's 11:41 where I am in Arizona. So roughly I come live at 10 o'clock, Monday through Friday. So then we could talk about eating for your blood type. We could talk about the testimonies, and because a lot of people are doing it. A lot of people have already purchased the 7-day meal plan, and they're thriving, and they're telling me about how good it's working for them and how their inflammation is subsiding, and they're getting their health back. And that's a beautiful thing. So we'll continue on that at 10 a.m. in the morning, and then roughly about 10 p.m. at night. Then I'm gonna come out. I'm not gonna be speaking at all, and we're gonna be just listening to some healing frequencies. 432 hertz of healing frequency. It'll set your body or your chakra pools of energy back in alignment with self. That's like the universal frequency for healing, for balance. So we're gonna be balancing our energy, because it's a beautiful thing about me talking about the diet. That's my passion, health and wellness, as it pertains to the things that you put in your mouth. But there comes a moment where you just gotta just be still and know that I'm God. Just be still and be in alignment with who you are. And so that's what we're gonna do. And I'm so excited about the Tibetan bowls. They en route to me. And so that's my little birthday gift. So since it's my birthday, I wanna share the sounds with y'all, in knowing that the sound, just by you listening to the frequency, it's gonna heal your body. So if you pass through while I'm playing my Tibetan bowls, at least stay 3 to 5 minutes and just close your eyes and just listen, just for a little while. I mean, everybody just not into meditation. Some people have busy minds, but I'm telling you, it can heal your body. You talk about healing. It's a healing frequency. Just like my book, the audio version of my book is attuned to 432 hertz of healing frequency behind me reading or narrating the book, because I know it's a healer. I know it's a life force. So I want to share that part of the journey with y'all too. Anyway, I'm about to get up out of here and get up off all of these lives. I'm thankful for all of the people that passed through. I'm thankful for you all listening. And most important, I'm thankful for you all getting to a place in your journey where you want to evolve, you want to expand. Because when I move, you move. And when you move, I move. Because we're a collective consciousness. And I feel so proud of you. Even if you didn't order the 7-day meal plan, even if you don't really want to explore that part of yourself just yet, I'm thankful for you just listening, because you allowed me to upload something into your subconscious mind that you already knew anyway, because you know all things. You just forget things on your journey of remembering who you are, but you are reminded now. You allowed me to download or upload this into you. The fact that you're God, the fact that you can do or have anything. And when you are ready, you know, because it'll be in your subconscious mind. When you experience this ease and this harmony, you'll remember, and this will come forth to the front of your mind. That's how powerful you are. This video was from my heart to yours, baby. Y'all be blessed. Have a good day. Bye. Bye, YouTube.